You attract who / what you are. Now I made a part 1 on this topic. Make sure y'all check that out first before you watch this one, because I'm hoping in this video to at least connect those dots or give you guys a deeper understanding. Let's go, baby. On my way to the gym. Me and my lady been in Mexico for the past 5 days. Unlimited food, unlimited drinks. We was getting it in. It's time for me to put in some work, baby. Let's go.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and then connect in a minute. Sounds good?
Okay, sounds amazing. Let's do this. Alright, so in this video, I'm hoping to broaden the view so you guys can see a little bit more clear where I was trying to come from when I say that you attract who / what you are. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but just hear me out. I'm going to try to make it as simple and as clear as possible. Now, everything is energy, including you, right? Well, at least that's my belief. You can only be a magnet to what's in your energy field. That's the only thing that you can attract, right? The things that manipulate your energy field is the things that you focus on, the thoughts that you entertain, the things you put emotion behind, the things that you consume, especially if you're vulnerable enough, you'll start eventually absorbing that because it's leaking into your space, and the things that you carry with you. Let's get on me. Hold on, y'all tried it? Now before we finish this conversation, I need y'all to know that I just finished writing my first self-help book titled Aina's Keys to Personal Freedom, and it's available for pre-order right now. The first 808 people that use the discount code 808 at checkout will receive $10 off their order. Now only 3,000 copies of my book will be personally hand autographed by me personally thanking you, whatever your name is, for your support. Now the purpose of this book, I'm hoping to assist y'all on y'all journey to personal freedom. Anybody who's struggling with getting behind the wheel of their own life, I'm gonna give you the keys that I use to maneuver through life and to mentally thrive. Now, I don't know anything about financially thriving as of yet, but I'm working on it. But mentally thriving, and simplifying life, I got you. Make sure y'all click the link below. Support your girl. Appreciate you, man. Now back to the message. All right. I went through a period in my life where I had to be honest with myself and figure out what was going on with me that kept attracting the same type of situations, right? It was like my life was on rerun. And you know how you could be watching a show and at some point in the show, they just switch out the person to play that exact same role, same script, same ending. I felt like that was my life. So I had to check myself at some point, because me checking other people wasn't working. Me looking outside of myself for things and people to change, yet the person I'm overlooking the most, the only person that I could force to change, or the only person that I can change, is the person that I kept overlooking, which was myself. There was things that I went through that I kind of use as a way of protecting myself. Like I didn't want to experience that ever again. So I would try to prevent that as much as possible. So I use what I've been through as examples of what I didn't want. Guess what I was focusing on? What I didn't want. Guess what I kept attracting more of? What I didn't want. Just think about that person in your life right now. I promise you, somebody got it. Somebody got one that complain about life and their reality every day. Even if something opposite was taking place at the same time, they wouldn't even see it because that's what they focusing on. Now I done dealt with women when I was operating mostly out of my lower self. I ain't saying it don't ever happen. It definitely still happen at this point. But when I was operating mostly out of my lower self, let me tell y'all what I peeped just looking back over everything once I got to this point. Remember I said it don't have to be the exact same acts. Y'all just have to be in the same vibration to draw to one another. So because of the things that I experienced, I would enter relationships with women halfway. I'm probably giving myself too much credit. I probably was like a fourth in. Like I'll let you in the living room, but I wouldn't let you into those sacred spaces deeper into my housing. Okay? The women that tolerated me, that was good, that was trying to love on me, they didn't understand their worth. They tolerated me being a little bit in while they was more in the door than me, allowing me more into those sacred spaces than I allowed them. They tolerated that because they didn't see their worth. So I couldn't feel what they was trying to give me because I didn't know my worth. They overextended my stay in their life and tolerated what I gave them because they didn't see their worth. They was good to me. I wasn't good to them, but I didn't see my worth. They didn't see their worth. And sometimes we can have an idea where we want a person to be. We would literally wait around until they become what we see in them. And we would put our blinders on to who they really are and where they really at. That's what was taking place with the women that I was dealing with when I was operating mostly out of my lower form. And let's go. Let's cut this, right? So look, we gonna cut this to another part of my life. When I used to chase women that I didn't feel like I could really get, right? And I felt like if I did get them, I would become more valuable. So I would literally do a lot for these women that showed little to no interest because I attached my value to them. They value themselves, so no value in me. So we drew to one another, but it didn't last long. I valued them. They saw no value in me. I saw no value in myself. I attached my value to them and the status that I had with them. So I would do a lot for these women that did little to nothing for me. I did little for myself. They did little for me. Same energy. All right, so y'all remember I had said in the last video that I feel like the only thing that people hear sometimes when I say that you attract who you are, I feel like the only thing they hear is me saying, you're just like the person that hurt you. Let's go there. Sometimes that is the case. Just think about it. Hurt people, right? And those very traits that we despise in people that hurt us, sometimes in reaction to their actions toward us, we would carry out those exact acts that we don't like in them. Out of hurt. Now, I know it's easy to say, this person or this situation caused me to act out of character, but I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I had to start refraining from saying acting out of character. Like, this situation caused me to act out of character. And I've come to the understanding that no, certain situations bring certain characters out of you. You get to meet new characters that you never met before under different grounds. That's why I always tell people, you never know a person until you've been through some stuff with them. Trust me, it's cool to be a certain way when the waters are calm, when the grounds are stable. But as soon as the ground starts shaking, the new water start rising, you get to see what's really in people start to surface. And some of us don't even know that is in us. Let's go to me. I'm a Leo. Very loyal. Well, at least I, pride myself on being loyal, right? But I've done some disloyal things in reaction to someone's actions toward me. I literally would make up a story in my head of why loyalty is no longer a priority with this person. Even if what they did, their intentions was totally different from how I perceived it, your perception of your experiences either creates your heaven or it creates your hell. So how can I say I'm a loyal person but do disloyal things? That means disloyalty is in me. You cannot bring something out of somebody that's not in them. And under the right circumstance, you get to see what's in a person. Just think about those people who know how to walk away from situations even when they've been hurt, right? How many people be like, man, that couldn't be me. I would have woo, woo, woo. They didn't do it because it's not in them. They're aware of themselves. Even if it's in them, they've learned how to tame that to the point where they know, like, look, that's not where I'm trying to move. That's not where I'm trying to go. They can see past that moment of getting revenge. Man, I could have easily saw disloyalty in somebody, use it as a moment of expressing gratitude for even being able to see where this person was really at, make a conscious decision to separate myself because that's not where I'm trying to align. That's not where I'm aligning, and keep moving forward. But I didn't. I reacted to their actions toward me and made up a whole story in my head why I was right in my reaction to their actions toward me. I don't know if I can make it any clearer than that. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all, but those are, in my opinion, just the clearest examples that I could get. You know what I mean? Like how you feel about yourself, what you tolerate. I said that in the last video. What you tolerate from other people. Hey, you get to see how you really feel about yourself. You get to see if your blind is on. If you have these expectations, because expectations leads to the biggest disappointment, right? You're expecting something and you're refusing to see what is. Be mindful of what you're focusing on. You know how many women and men be like, women ain't ish, men ain't ish. Whatever you went to, that's where they focus go. That's all they can see. Even if somebody the opposite of what they believe show up in their life, they wouldn't even know how to treat it well because they attracted to what they focusing on. We have to learn how to be what we want to attract. I used to say become, but we got to take those first two letters of that word. It will actually be that. Choose it on a daily basis to stay in that vibration. And when you dip, allow yourself to dip. Get what you need to get from there that you missed the last time when you dip. Come on back up. Don't take these people personal. Even when it comes to trust, it's not about trusting other people. It's about trusting ourselves to experience other people in order for us to expand. Life gonna happen. It's how you respond to it that's gonna determine your energy field. things that you carrying with you, the things that you haven't disconnected from, you still connected to that energy field. Y'all have a beautiful day. I might make a part 2. I'm sorry, this was the part 2. I might make a part 3. I don't know. It depends on the questions that y'all have, the rebuttals that y'all may have. And I might just respond to that in the next video. If y'all want to prove me wrong, let's do it, baby. Y'all have a beautiful day, all right? I'm the god in my city, don't care who agree. Did my dirt up by my lonely, no credit from the streets. That's what niggas brag on, but don't nobody know my biz. Y'all working with the feds indirectly, now y'all all doing the bid. They grew up in the most desirable environment as a kid, but it is what it is, can't change shit but how I see it. Mama did her best to raise me, she just handed what she had. Though I failed to understand, still chose to take a different path and figure shit out for myself. Got some